Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown to you. Happy Saturday. It's been a pretty intense week, transformative, applicable, tangible, progressive. I'm really grateful for the week we just had and the wisdoms that have been taught to us, whether we're looking it up ourselves or we're getting intuitive downloads, whatever. I'm grateful for the cold cup of coffee I'm sipping on that got lukewarm, you know? I'm grateful for the space we've created, the environment we're trying to create. I've gone from having everything and not knowing that I had everything to having nothing and really wanting to have something, and then realizing nothing is something too in life. And as soon as you find gratefulness within that, things start to change. So, enough of that little opening mantra, I guess. Nonetheless, we're going to pull some cards today to see what it is that Source, Spirit, Angels, Ancestors, Guides want you to know, for you, from you, by you. So without further ado, let's get to it, let's into it, and let's pull some cards for you today. First card up, we have the King of Cups. You're somebody who is, you've came from pain. You have came from pure emotional pain. This card isn't representing emotional pain. This card is representing what comes from the emotional pain, the wisdom, the strength, the knowledge. The King of Cups is in his own. I'm hearing the King of Cups prays to himself because he understands that his emotions are his powers. His cup is what he controls. The cup. It's not even his cup, it's the cup is his. Or hers. However you want to view that. Oh my goodness. Lots of messages wanting to come up. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Supportive energy from these four. The Chariot reversed. You are allowing yourself to take the time. I love it when I do these readings and I can feel validation, the tingles, these shivers, and I've been getting them. I said it in my last video and I'll say it here today. I get these shivers and it's in these specific spots of my body that are very continuous. They're very, like when I'm doing a reading, these spots of my body get shivers. When I'm connected, these spots in my bodies get chills. That's how I know we're being touched by the angels, by the spirits. They're going, yes, because my nervous system is reacting subconsciously. Anyways, supportive energy, Chariot reversed. Slow and steady wins the race, and you've noticed that. You've been seeing that. You've been proving that. The insights are saying you might have been somebody who followed their heart, who toxically followed and voluntarily followed the essence of social connection to your own demise in life. That's where I was saying the Father of Cups, you might have came from pain. You might have been built from emotional pain. Because the Four of Swords following it is a card of enlightenment. It's a card of, I see. I see how my ways were not the best. I see how my patterns were harming me. I'm aware now. The Ten of Wands following that is chaos after you meet grace. After you touch grace, you fall hard from her, right? That's the way the cycles go. The universe, the way it works, at least in my understanding and what I've heard and assimilated from various other standpoints and people's perspectives, when you're in your worst and you turn to the universe for help, you finally let go of ego. We tend to call this place rock bottom, right? This is the best way to get the imagery for it. When you are in rock bottom and you're either looking to end your own life or not, and you're staring that option in the face, and you decide not to, and you give it up to God, you give it up to the universe, you say, whatever I'm doing's not working, I think it's your turn, I'll try this out. And you tried it out, and you got given a lot of answers, you got gifted downloads that took some time for you to come to terms with. That's what was happening. Then the universe leaves all responsibility up to you. Hey, here's these answers, here's these insights, here's these intuitive nudges. Now, it's not like it's your turn and you're being tested, but it is your turn to use these tools, to try, to reshape your own reality, because it's a co-creation. You are here to mold your reality as their divine instrument. You're co-creating. And it took you a long time to learn that, even. And it was chaos, and it was shit, and it was a lot of ups and downs and a lot of learning. Now, with the Chariot reversed, kind of supplying the energy for this whole explanation, it's saying it took time. Just like habits, patterns, reintegrating validation, reintegrating downloads, reintegrating yourself, which you never will ever again become your old self. He or she just will not exist in your vibration anymore. It just won't happen. You went through all the chaos. Anyways, it took time to create these new habits and patterns and belief systems, these new thoughts, these mindsets, so they're permanent. Don't have to worry about that. They're here to stay. The slip-ups won't be your slip-ups anymore. It's time for new slip-ups. It's time for new problems. So don't worry. And I see that you've kind of gone in this stages of this hero's journey that the tarot really pulls from and explains, all the way up to the Four of Pentacles, where we're sitting at in this moment. This is up into this moment. These cards that I pulled so far. This was usually a recent past, but this is a story. I'm saying this is your story, and you're following it perfectly. You're doing what you're supposed to do. It's perfect. Right now, current, we're sitting with the strength card. You're facing these inner challenges now so effectively that it is strength, your own personal strength. And it might be taking other things to accomplish these strengths that are witnessing you're very proud of. I have my own resemblances in my life. I know you do too. So there's not really a point in me sitting here being like, you could be working out, you could be disciplining yourself, you understand exactly what you're doing and where it's working in your life. Might not be able to grab it, you might not be able to literally describe it to the T, but you're getting it. And yeah, because you're getting it, obviously you've gotten it, right? Just because you don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube doesn't mean the whole freaking cube isn't in your hand already, you know? 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck while I'm shuffling. This well-being, this pain that you came from is creating this well-being that you don't even get to know yet because you've never experienced this before. You've never perceived it, experienced it, felt it, lived it, etc. It's never been your reality. It's always been and not like, well, why did they have it but I can't? It's like, but why do they have it and I can't? It's been curiousness, questioning, pondering, envisioning. And enough of that, daydreaming, soon enough, reality. Think of something enough times, it will come forth. Eight of Cups reversed. You're getting back into your rhythm, back into your practice, back into your cycles, to the point where it's working. It's working again. And it took some more pain for it to get there, and you're starting to really understand that. I want this Magician card to pop out is what I really want to see. The Death card. Queen of Swords again. Followed with the Hermit. Supportive energy for us here, Spirit. I've gotten these same cards with this same deck the last 3 or 4 days pulling personal readings. Except for the Eight of Cups reversed. So I've had the Strength card, Death, Queen of Swords, and Justice and Judgment both reversed quite often. Current energy. You know that getting rid of stuff is moving you to the next you. You know that disciplining yourself moves you to the next you. You know the shit that everybody taught you that suck and don't have the integrity themselves to do for themselves, but you do. If you keep doing them, it advances you to the next you. It moves you to the next challenges. It moves you to the next level. What's the quickest way to change your reality? Cut the largest grip out of it, you know? And boy, is that tough sometimes. And when you've done that with almost everything, like for me, I've done it with almost everything. I still have some very loud vices and grips in my life that are tough. Nicotine's one of them. We got some other ones, but we use nicotine as a reference. And the reason why I say nicotine and not just like tobacco or something is because I've tried it all. To me, it's no longer tobacco, it's just nicotine. And God, does it suck. But I understand my body likes it. My body wants it, doesn't like it, wants it. My mind used to love it. Now, I fucking hate it. Now it's a pair of handcuffs that won't get off of me. And that's how I view it. That view has shifted to the point where I'm starting to get some fire underneath me, and I'm starting to every single day say no and no to more and more about it. Every time I do that, it's tough in the moment, but then I go home at night and I reflect upon my day. I look at the money I saved, the health I saved, the decisions I made, and you feel really good, and you go to sleep and you wake up the next day, and the next day is even more blessed than the last day for some reason, right? So let's roll with that. Let's keep 1%ing our reality in one direction that we want to go daily, choicely, by every decision we make. It proves itself. The top of this reading, you spent so much time harmonizing your internal reality, your insides, your perception, your alchemization, your beliefs, your feelings, validating your own reality. That now, because you did a lot of this probably alone, for however long it took for you, Source then lets you back out into the wild of the world, and you recognize when you have an issue now, you stop and go inward, because when you go inward, immediately, intrinsically, your reality shifts and shows itself to reflect your insides, your beliefs. That's power. It's power. Wow. Your thoughts are your demise as well as your greatest strengths. You just have to learn how to choose them. And I think you've been able to get the tastes of how. And that's going to take you far. Let's see where it'll take us. So if you're alone right now, if you're in a different portion of any of this story now, maybe the more negative aspects of the story I've been sharing, be patient. I promise. Be patient, because you're supposed to be going through the thick of it. Again, and time again, I will say, you experience big enough boo-hoos in life and letdowns and disappointments. If you stay loving, stay compassionate, stay positive and self-aware in these situations and accountable, have integrity, be honest. If you fuck up, admit it. Don't hide it. Don't lie about it. Learn from it. If you hurt somebody, it's up to you how you go about it, but forgive yourself and accept them. And just be available to make things better if you need, if they need. Doesn't mean go forcing things onto people. I don't go force apologies onto people, and I don't force them from people, because apologies are bullshit. You want to see change. So you don't want to just say, I'm sorry to myself. No, you want to change for yourself. You want to help yourself. Adapt. Fix. Whatever. We're all human beings. So when you feel broken inside and people say, you're not broken, that's the wrong thing to say. Dude, if I'm feeling broken, I'm feeling pretty fucking broken. It doesn't mean that I am not fully capable to fix these things. It does not mean that I am, even if I don't know how to, I will figure it out. I will figure it out. There is a way. And if there is no way, somebody knows a way. There is no solution to stay stagnant. I have seen 1818, I have seen 1919, and I have seen 2020 on that clock every time I look at this. Fix yourself. For you. Fix yourself up. Dust the dirt off. Every single day for a long time. Wake up, dust the dirt off, look at yourself in the mirror, and say, "Come on, we're gonna keep going. Come on. I know you're tired. I know you want to go to sleep. I know you hurt. I know you're broken, but come on." And then one day, you look in the mirror and you go, "God damn, I'm doing a pretty okay job. Even if no one's around to see it, I'm doing a pretty okay job." And you go with that for a cycle, and then it goes back again, and you fall back, and then it goes back again, and you're right back up on top, and you're constantly brushing the dirt off your shoulders, because that's what you're supposed to do. And if you don't do that, it's just another wasted day. Just another day in complacency. Just another day as this self that just wasn't doing it for you. And you're not a quitter, obviously. By the cards here, your soul is goddamn royalty. It's divine. Getting pretty emotional on this, huh? Where are we going, Spirit? Your soul is royalty, and it is worthy of the highest degree of that, of what reality can offer that. Because when we die, you're going to be showered with gold and love and warmth and beauty. But until then, we're here experiencing this game. So enough with the emotions. We're going to do it. You will figure this out. The beauty of this whole game is knowing where you want to go, but never knowing how you're going to get there. It's not your job. When you think you know how you're going to get there, it's because the universe gave you the next thought for the next steps for you to take. But how you're going to get there, you have no idea. In fact, you don't even actually know if that's what you truly want when you get there. That can all shift as well. But from those dark depths that we were talking about in the beginning to the space where we're at here today, you've had to give it up to faith. And every time you've surrendered, it's worked out. So what does that tell us here? Stop trying to manipulate your future. Stop trying to anticipate and think about it. Stop trying to know it. Just believe in it. You know that saying, learn, do, be? If you want to be something, learn about it, do it, and you will become it. There is a back door to that saying too. The paradox of this world. Be, do, learn. If you want to become something, be it. By doing it, you'll learn what it's like to be it. It's really up to you. But as far as surrenderance goes, playing this game as a co-creator, that's the way we want to go. Sometimes we need to know things before we can believe in them, right? When it comes to spirit, you need to believe in it before you can know it. Know it. See it. You know? You need to just believe in it. You need to have faith. And that doesn't come from, ooh, well, I'll believe it when I see it. The universe would be like, fuck you. I'm not going to give you what you want. Manipulative little shit. You know? It's like, oh, wait, okay, I'm sorry. I guess I will try my best to believe it before I see it. I give full reins to the universe to guide me into a place that was specifically and perfectly meant for me. And I will do what it takes to navigate that as perfectly as the reality is to reflect from within myself that is intended from the contracts we signed pre this life that we are experiencing, that I'm so grateful for. Thank you, universe, for every breath, for every moment, for every sip of cold coffee. I love trying to quit caffeine and nicotine. It is my favorite thing to do. Though I cannot wait until these patterns are no longer affecting my daily mindsets. Until then, these lessons we're experiencing are perfect. And in no way, shape, or form would I be anywhere else than I am supposed to be right now than without the accordance and guidance of living in your name. In your name, I experience. In your name, I exist. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, whatever you want to do. And that's the game we play. And then you go about your day, taking care of yourself. So do we want to see where we're going? I kind of don't. Today, I kind of don't want to know where we're going because that's what works. And that's where the fulfillment comes. Getting to know the future is a double-edged sword. We'll pull one card. Show us what we can. Show us what you want us to expect and look forward to and work towards. One message, Spirit, for the viewers, and what needs to be seen most of all. Please allow me to intuit this perfectly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the Ace of Pentacles. Pure wealth. And for me in my reality, yeah, baby, that's money. Because we've done the relationship, we've done the heartfelt stuff. Before we were ever set up in this life, we dove down a path that taught us about internalizing, inward introspection, blah, blah, blah. And boy, I'll tell you what, money does not fix, it's not the end all. You can't take it with you when you die, but it is like the number one challenge in this life. And money does buy freedom. Money does help. Money does give. Money also shows the truth of who you really are. The more you have. So I feel like the person in this reading specifically, the people in this reading, whatever parts of this reading resonate with you the most, are deserving of that wealth because you've alchemized the shitheads we were, and we've grown up, and we understand that if I had a lot of money, I would only become stronger. I would not become greedy. I would not become conceited. I would not become selfish. Although those aspects need to be learned on the path of acquiring great wealth, you have to understand. You need to learn when to say no. You can't be a free giver, a people pleaser. In no way, shape, or form can you have money tied to your emotions. Otherwise, that current doesn't flow. You have a currency of emotions. You have a currency of perception. You have a currency flowing of wealth and abundance. You have a currency flowing of growth. There are these different frequencies. Money and emotions are not the same frequency, but we get them confused because when we get money, we get so excited. I just got my paycheck. Fuck yeah. And then what do? You go spend it. Oh, so low. And then, aha, and so low. And aha, and so low. And it's like, all right, what if I don't get excited on my paychecks? What if I get excited when I've saved out of those paychecks $10,000? And then you do some thinking and you sit and realistically plan how long it could take for you to save 10 grand of money you don't have to touch, just saved. For me and my hourly paychecks, a long time, especially with the bills I had to pay. But we cultivated a reality that can simplify that and progress that. And yeah, it took dedication, time, patience, and faith, because I didn't know where I was going in order to get help. And I had to subdue a lot of my pride in order to get to where I'm at now, to where virtually every single dollar I earn does not have to be spent if I don't want it to. But I do remain self-sufficient, independent, and cultivating good financial karma in order for myself to be reassured that we're on the path of well-being. Ace of Pentacles. Every day is just a transitional period to the next step of you. So keep working on you, and your outward reality will reflect that mirror back. You will vibrate. King of Swords reverse supportive energy, and how you vibrate into this Ace of Pentacles is not by thinking, it's by doing. King of Swords reversed. It is by taking the steps. 32 on the clock. Thank you guys. It's by doing. This is where it's your time to shine. Whatever sign you are, whatever person you are, the universe goes, hey, your insides are about ready to pop. You're about to get fried if you don't release this into the world. If you don't do this, it's your time. The wheels have turned in your favor. Please co-create with me. Spirit's sitting there going, I don't have a body. I need you to do your thing. Spirit's up in the ether everywhere. You're the one with the physical body. You're the one that can touch stuff. You're the one that can manipulate, do, grab, move, whatever. Spirit's not. It's not the way this works. Even ghosts have an etheric plasma-esque body. There's something physical about it. Spirit doesn't. They need you to co-create. You are their instrument. It's not your body. It's theirs. Get over it. And accept that and fall in love with that, because as soon as you do, so much changes for you in life. I'm going to pull a card from the Earthbound Oracle. One of the most practical decks I've ever found, ever. This is crazy. Let's see what message wants to come through as a final leaving. Terra, ground, earth, create, pentacle, material, manifestation. Go connect. I love going out into the woods by myself, nobody around. And my favorite part about it is never telling anybody that I did it too. I love fixing myself in silence. I love getting to know myself in silence. I love doing things in aloneness. I love I love that. I love this. And I used to be a person who was so socially tied up and dependent on my society validating me, women liking me, men liking me, that it made me empty. And it took years for me to find peace within well being in solitude. And it came from the negativity of isolation. It came from loneliness. It came from despair. It came from grief. It came from heartache. It came from torment. Blah, 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 blah. Suffering. But I love looking at the people around me and being like, hey, I love you. Goodbye. They're like, what do you do? I'm like, everything for myself. I really don't know how else to say that. I wake up by myself. I work out by myself. I drive to work and meditate by myself. I pull cards with myself to make for you. Because I believe in the channels that I'm feeling, the frequencies I'm feeling, and the thoughts and the vibration of this collective consciousness. By being alone, I get to sit there and be like, how did I have that thought? I've never experienced this before in my life. And then you meditate, or you free write, or something falls on the ground that says, because we're here. Because you're all connected. Because we are all one. It's called Your Known Unknown because I want what's unknown for you to be known. And that ripples deeper because it's not just you. And the further into the unknown you go, the more connected we get. And more connected we get. And more connected we get. To the point where I'm not me. I'm you. And you're you. And you're me. The reason why it's all YXU is out of respect and differentials of YOU. You're you. You is what my psychosis allowed me to comprehend when I watched all these self-help videos and all the people are saying, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. Well, I did a quick little flip of the script and I changed my spirit's name to you. So now you're in control. You will always be bettering yourself. You will always be connected. You will always be higher self, you. And us. So thank you, thank me, thank us. We are the Trinity together. And you have every depth of this well within your being as well. You just need to find him or her. And I think a good way to do that, get out in nature. Go harmonize with yourself. Get off of the cybernetic world for a little bit. The sugar-fueled, sex-fueled, cyber-entranced bullshit of consuming and plastics and worry. And get outside and realize it's summer. And you have a body that wants to be an effectively working factory of clean love, compassion, and creativity for you. Your body is a business. How is it gonna succeed? You know? We're gonna pull another oracle card. I'm being called to say. Tell you. Called to do. I'm gonna pull a different deck. This deck here. Intuition. See, usually I pull cards and I let them fall out. It wasn't falling out. And something in me just was like, pull one. My intuition said, pull one. Intuition. I've never seen this card in this deck before either. It's pretty cool. That's all we've been doing is practicing our intuition, following it. Me, personally, that's all we've been doing. And this person has been guided through their intuition in this whole reading to get to where we're at here now today. Have a ceremony. God, okay. Use your magic, have creativity. We have ceremony, arcana, creativity, intuition, and terra. All coming from how many times you failed in life. So there's some things we need to do still, and there's some things we are doing here still. Get out in nature, go connect with your intuition. How you do that, you get off the screens, you get off the chemical substances, and you just trust yourself and do it. Have a little practice for yourself. I have a little morning routine, I have a little evening routine, and I have a lot of other routines that I do for myself when I have ceremonies or rituals or habits, whatever you want to label patterns as. Create positive ones for yourself, beneficial ones, ones that cultivate success for you or peace or whatever. It doesn't have to be hard work. It doesn't have to be get up, adrenaline, go. We gotta create success. It's like maybe success today is you've been working so hard. Go to bed. Go back to bed. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Go back to bed today. Don't get stuck in that. That's depression. Tomorrow, we'll get up. But you're listening to yourself. You're honoring yourself, and you're believing in yourself, even if you don't know yourself yet. What we want to work on is having a little bit more magic, a little bit more soul, a little bit more arcana practices. And that comes from what you like to ritualistically create. What's your hobby? What's your passion? What's your comfort? Your je ne sais quoi? What fuels you? Do it. If you don't have anything right now, try it. Whatever you've been thinking of doing, try it. I know that if you go home after work, if this is your life, you wake up, you eat breakfast, you go to work, you get your coffee, go to work, you get off work, you go home, maybe you smoke a little, maybe you drink a little, maybe you go home and fiddle fart around on motors or something, and then it's dinner time, and then after dinner time, you sit on the couch, you watch Netflix, oh, time for bed, you go to bed. You do that for 40 years, you're gonna die at 60. It's just the way it goes. The factory is not working very efficiently. The business is going to shut down at some point. If instead of watching that Netflix, you did something else, or instead of eating breakfast, you changed the script. You start to put that wheel in motion, and that wheel moving in motion only progresses and benefits you. What if you started to do something you liked to do? What if you started filling up your time with trying something? There's an infinite amount of things to do in this world. Try doing something else. Try a new experience until one of them gives you what you really want in return. Let's just say I'm trying to start my own business. It's not that I want to own my own business, it's that I want financial freedom. Along the path to financial freedom, I'm going to get to know what it's like to own my own business. They go intrinsically. So I therefore can be excited now for trying to own my own business, because that is a piece of the puzzle that I'm very much looking forward to experiencing. How about you? You have your own path, your own play. You just have to sit and spend some time with yourself, talking with yourself and getting to know yourself, to know that that's what it is that you and you want to create. Yes, just like any good relationship, it takes time. It takes showing up for it time and time again. It takes check ins. It takes these things. My best friend and I don't talk every day, but when we do, it's perfect. And that's the same kind of aspect I can take with myself. I don't remember to check in with myself every minute of every day. It's not a constant, it's a practice. And that practice, though, pays off the more you do it. So, we are complete with this reading. I hope this finds you well. If it resonates, if any of it resonates with you, feel free to reach out. Let's talk about it if you want. You can comment, you can like it, you can subscribe to my channel. I love that. It helps us in so many ways, but it's never expected. I'm just like you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you, from you, by you, and with you, most importantly. We're going to take a deep breath, a belly breath, and disconnect from this channel. Share some air with me if you would like. We all breathe it. If not, no harm, no foul. Thank you. And we're going to go have a good day, a good life. We're going to go have a perfect experience, because that's what it's been so far. It has to have been. So with that, I love you, and I thank you so, so much. And until next time.